What it do, fellas? So your girl is gonna tell you you can make that piece, that egg flip, or maybe you could have sausage or what else? A shrimp. Hey, this video is all about it does not matter because it really does not matter. I could explain that in a whole nother video, or check out my Patreon. I have videos on there. But realistically, my point of this video is gonna be all about you could actually give this illusion to a woman, but not only that, let me have you guys understand how important this is for you guys to take advantage of. Women out here, they enhance their looks in ways that you guys always or might not be doing, right? So for them, it might mean that she has to wear this. She has to do things a certain way. However, she has her options. She knows what she has to do. For you fellas that decide not to take advantage of things that will make you look better, opportunities or situations or things that you could do with your hands to make you look better or seem better. And we'll get into it in a minute. But for you, if you don't take advantage of those opportunities, you're just lacking. You're literally lacking, slacking as well. But you're literally doing that to yourself. And these are options that are available to help you. Okay, so I hope I can help today. Please give this video a big thumbs up. Thumbs up. And it helps your girl so much. Thank you. Okay. So first thing is it's discussion. It's not really first thing. It's huge discussion. So feel before seeing. So here's the thing about feeling before seeing. And I'm going to give you guys a little story time to try to help you guys out. And it's been kind of like a little while. So feeling before seeing is all about she thinks, or just from that feeling, what she felt seems this way. So most times after she sees your piece, and this is going to be more of the story time later, but most times, or a lot of times, after she sees your piece, before she seen it, when it was covered, or there was something in front, right, fabric, clothing, before that it seemed bigger, but most times afterwards, it's not. Now it makes sense, you can't really see, makes sense because your clothing and all that stuff. That part, clothing really matters, but I don't think we're going to have time to talk about that today. Just know clothing, but we'll definitely have her thinking certain things sometimes. And fitted clothing helps a lot. Just keeping that, giving you guys that note. But backtracking, when you basically, and this is very important, when you basically make her think these things, you kind of already set it up in her head. Now, this is where it also, and we're not talking too much about this, but this is where it also and why it doesn't really matter afterwards. Because if you know what to do with what you got, if you know how to deliver, trust me, there's guys out there that got it going. They got the eggplant going for days. Maybe some guys, I don't know what y'all be eating, but maybe months. And obviously some guys are born with it, obviously. But some of it be out here, long. So if that's just reality, if some women don't enjoy it because that guy doesn't know how to deliver, it doesn't matter. So if that doesn't matter, that means it doesn't matter what just excites women is knowing that, okay, you know what? With that piece of yours, what you got between your legs, you know what? It's gonna make her feel some sort of pleasure. Now that's just really the idea that she has. That's what she's thinking. The nice thing about this, and I'm just going to briefly talk about this, is that when you put this in her head, you could get her voice. You could get her running the faucet down there quicker, or before you know it, or she doesn't even know it, just by her looking, feeling, and it's like, oh shoot, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. But let me backtrack before I get into this story. I'm sure, or hopefully you guys want it. You guys been telling me you want more story time, so I'm hoping that I could give you guys more that you'll want to see. Okay, backtrack though. Once again, to wrap up, really, y'all gotta understand, if you take her hands and you take control, full control to be exact, you can also set her up to think that, and it's not really thinking, you're taking the lead, but to make her feel the masculineness, to make her feel what you are, and that is a man. So that already alone helps her as a woman know her place. Although not every woman's gonna tap into it, or not that it's gonna apply and matter and really affect her, but it's just something that helps her due to the fact that as a man, I'm gonna take the lead, take this step, this approach, because I should be, I'm allowed, and other guys do it. What the heck? And this is the difference too. Some fellas out here, and I don't blame you, and it makes sense, but because you don't have the status and money or what women do go for, you don't think you could do it. And fellas, it don't even work like that, because sometimes these girls are fooled and they give it up so quick, okay? Or they'll give it up to get whatever he could get just for that moment. But backtrack what she's feeling, and basically this whole illusion that's gonna come about is that she, once you take their hands, right, and you place it there, she is only feeling a brick. This is the part where fellas don't get that it's just a brick. But it's because there's nothing else that she could really do after, when her hands lie there, or once she actually gets skin on that eggplant. That's different. But when we just talk about the basics of how it could seem to her that it's larger or something that she's gonna want to go after, it's just based on you're sitting there on that chair and you took her hands, took control, and she's doing something. Keynote though, that is very, very huge to kind of like help you. And making it huge, you know what it takes. You gotta have a moan there, right? That's what's gonna make it rise. So if your shit is soft, if you can't get hot, don't do that. Don't take her hands, try to get the rubbing, or don't even try to get her to have any attention looking down there. Don't even try to think that you're doing something, because it's not really gonna work. So sometimes this applies more so when you guys are in that opportunity, that car, that couch, and then also you guys been together for hours, you guys been together the third night, fourth night. Like, these are the times where it could help. Not that you guys, she knows what she's getting herself into, but it's just what she's feeling in the moment. So even if she has dealt with you before, you can still look mighty good, or because you did what you had to do, you know what to do to deliver. This next time she sees it from a distance, this next time she's just getting a little teased, this next time she's thinking about, wow, the great pleasures that it came with. So it really just comes down to, how is she really going to be feeling after this? What does she feel from this experience that you are giving her, right? And it's just an experience. Y'all got to get that. It's not the full thing, obviously, but you are trying to tease. You're trying to get her in the mood. And this is just something that she's going to start thinking about, maybe. Thinking of, oh, well, is it? Or, you know what? Can he handle my thing? And you see, I'm just trying to avoid certain words. And it just goes like that. Like, there's questions that come with it. So now, for my fellas, with the story time, it's really not a long story time anyways. Simple. It's kind of more an example as well. But one time, chilling with a man, this guy really, I was completely fooled. Now, it's not to get in details at all, but what he did, first of all, that was, lead. It's okay, it makes sense. You are having me maybe be submissive because you're taking that step. You are, guiding. So I had this man go ahead, take my hands, right, and place it where it needed to be. And so when we leave it at that, it did the job. As in, I already was like, oh yes, I know. Or it's something that's gonna be more positive than negative. So your best bet is getting this idea in her head, or in other words, getting her to think this. Now, fellas, if you're gonna stress so much on, well, I got the shrimp, but I got the shrimp. I'm gonna just say this: get in the gym and know what to do with what you got. Obviously, like they say things, I don't know about this stuff if it's a myth, but they say drink milk. They say go to sleep, sleep more. There's other things they say that can help your hormones and things like that. But fellas, do not get stressed over that. Do what you can do. And once again, there's guys out here that, hey, your money and status does help you. So if it means get on your purpose or work harder to look better, that will make you seem like, oh yeah, you got it going on. And hey, if you really, really don't, first of all, you could learn, like I've been stressing in this video, but sometimes it really just does not matter, because that chance, opportunity, she didn't maybe come back around you again. Maybe she didn't even act right where you've seen her twice, but you just had her teased. Or maybe, you know what, you've seen her a few times and she knows what's up, but you look good that time. Now, that would fall into clothing, which we're not going to talk about. We don't really have time to today, but the clothing aspect, when you do have it looking good, like not only do you look good in those fitted pants or that suit, or the joggers make your thang swang type of thing, Not only that, but even if she's seen you a few times, what's happening for her is that she's acknowledging, oh well, you do know how to deliver it. So it's like sometimes you can maybe make yourself feel more insecure, or as a man, you can be like, well, I'm not giving it the way I'm supposed to, but that's not really the problem. If you do what you gotta do, or you know what to do, you will deliver. And then also, y'all gotta get that. Sometimes some women, aside from even the big piece, might not even be that great for her, but sometimes for whoever she's with, she might need time. And this could be almost with any guy. So it doesn't mean that it's necessarily you. It could even be her. And that's something that we're not going to really talk about in this video, but this is the other parts where it helps you as a man, where she knows this stuff. She knows that you could deliver, or it's really good, or you give it better than that other guy that got it bigger. She knows this stuff. But is it you? Is it you that knows it? Do you actually give it? Can you deliver? But it's going to fall into confidence. It's going to fall into, well, fella, get in the gym, but hey, make sure that it seems like it's like this, and make it seem like, you know what, you're still going to have a good time, regardless. Okay, so whether, I'm not going to get into all that. I'm going to say, maybe she's going to stress you, and it doesn't matter. Just know women get whipped out here, and sometimes it might take you giving it right, the pipe, but it could be you looking attractive, making it seem real nice, and then just knowing how to deliver. Okay, fellas, so any fella can do it, and once again, if you as a fella can understand in this moment, in this mood, this setting, it makes sense to take this opportunity to take her hands, or it makes sense to, try to find a way for it to look bigger, type of thing. If you get those times to do that, if you start actually making those moves in those correct times, then you're easily gonna not even have to put so much effort at all, honestly. So it's kind of cutting it short, but it's also just kind of giving her that type of idea, trying to put something in her head. And like I said in this video, anyways, it's a seam. It seems like this, and then you know what? It could be this. This could be the truth, and that's not something I really talked about. Like, if you do got it really, really huge, okay, okay, whatever, but doesn't really mean so much, okay? And last thing I'll say is just believe that it could be either too painful, or maybe she can't feel a single thing. Okay, so thank you guys, especially you guys that watch it till the end, but thank you guys all so much for your support. And like I be saying, y'all want the part 2s, and clothing as well. Like I said, we didn't get to talk about it in detailed form, but with clothing, if you do want a part 2, or you want have questions, comment it down below, okay, fellas? And please give this video a big thumbs up. If you haven't, check out all my links, and y'all will see me in my next video. Bye, guys.